My friends, what's going on, everyone? What's going on? I hope you're well. I hope you are well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. My name is Kai. Where's my controller? My name is Kai. You can call me Crude Oil. That's my new nickname, Crude Oil. No. Just call me Kai. Um, so I hope that you guys are well. I have to put my password in from yesterday. 81GGD5. 1GGD5. So guys, I hope that you are well. Yesterday we got to the last race to melt down here on intermediate. So we got to do this, and then we will go up to the hardest difficulty. I really like this game. This game is great. Oh, hey Flip. Hey, should a video post is about chance dying of drowning in a lake summit? Really? And a huge show party celebrating all made of AI? That's so funny. That's so funny. Did you share it on your page? Use your shit bucket yet? Yes, I broke it in very well. It's a good bucket. I'm glad I got a lid. My bucket. No, I got it for peeing it, not pooing. I'm just joking. No, I got it for my cigarette butts, so I'm not throwing them uh on the side of my house. And then in the spring I have to pick them all up. So I'm just doing that. Thank you for your inquiry though. Thank you for your inquiry. All right. So guys, I hope you had a great day. Bex, huge thank you. Bex gave me a ride home today from work. Very, very kind of her. Very kind of her. That's awesome. Thank you, Bex. Oh no! Yeah, so today is good. Today at work was good. It was steady, so there wasn't much standing around. So that's nice. That's always nice. Tomorrow's my long shift though, so no stream tomorrow night. No stream tomorrow night. Tomorrow's my one night where I work late and then I have to open. Oh, damn it. Alright, so I had a good dinner today. Life is good. Life is good. I'm loving the aesthetic of this game. I think it's very cool. Hey, flip side. Flip side, I hope you're here tonight because I have somebody saying, you know what, I'm not even going to bring it up. Never mind. I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm not going to pay any attention to it. Alright. You know what I found out that's very cool? I mean, cool if you're into it. I didn't know they were releasing it. But there's a whole bunch of video game soundtracks that are on vinyl, and my store has a ton of them. The video game store that is in my town has a ton of them. And I think that's super cool. I think that's super cool because that would be, that stuff would be really valuable up in Japan. So I think I'll bring some and then bring it to my friend at Retro Game Camp. Did you see the video shared about Chance? No, I didn't see it. I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it on my break. It sounds great. Sounds great. Are you talking about that incident that happened the other day? Are they back? Oh, they're not back now. Just trolling. And that's cool. That's totally cool. But I didn't want you to get offended. I didn't think you would. I mean, you know me pretty well. I'm a very supportive kind of guy. I just didn't want you to have any thoughts. All right. But I'm just not even going to acknowledge it. It's silly. It's silly. All right. You know what sucks about working in a diner? You smell like bacon when you come home. You smell like bacon. That's all you smell of. Bacon. You know how many people order bacon sandwiches? Isn't that a little much? Why don't you just order a bowl of salt? Bacon sandwiches are wild. They put like lettuce and tomato on them to like make it better. But yeah, bacon sandwiches are weird. Because there's like 6 pieces of bacon on it. Way too much bacon. 1 slice is way too much bacon. Unless it's like at a fast food place, because they cut the slices so thin that they're basically prosciutto at that point. Oh god. Yeah, it's basically prosciutto. If you go to like Wendy's and get a Baconator, the bacon on it is so thin and small. BLTs or club sandwiches are popular here. Oh, true. Club sandwich is good. That's chicken, right? Chicken, lettuce, and tomato, and I like that, but I don't like... I just think that bacon is the saltiest food I've ever eaten. You know? Bacon seems to be like... You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of what a pirate would eat. It reminds me of like what a sailor in the 1700s would eat, because it's so fucking salty. It's just, even when you get the ones that have like 50% reduced salt, it doesn't matter. They're inherently the saltiest thing ever, and they're good. But maybe I just have bacon fatigue, because for the first like 2 months of my job, I would eat like a slice or 2 of bacon, and then I realized that I'm probably not burning off enough at the gym to actually eat those 2 slices of bacon, because of how much like calories and like fat it has in it. Because I'm trying to stay relatively healthy, right? I'm in the best shape of my life right now, and I'd like to keep it that way. So I stopped eating it, but yeah, I just ate bacon every day for like 2 months, and I've had enough. There was this weird year, I don't know when it was, I think it was like 2015, maybe 2014, but for some reason, everybody was obsessed with bacon. Like, there was t-shirts that would have like bacon on a Christian cross, and be like, and be like, oh, in God we trust. In bacon. Do you have abs? I have a flat stomach for the first time in my life as an adult. Check it out. I've only got this little round part, but oh, I guess I do have abs. I guess I do have abs. My man, Waffle. Yeah, I'm in good shape now. I'm in good shape. I had a gut when I started at the gym. I didn't even have a belly. You couldn't. If I were to say to my friends, "Hey, I have a little bit of a belly going on. I think I'm going to join the gym," they would say, "You don't have a belly. You have a gut." You know. I was 215 pounds when I joined the gym. Thanks, Waffle. I really appreciate ya. I really appreciate ya. You were the one who inspired me to get into the gym in the first place, Waffle. So it's all you kickstarted the engine, and I really appreciate it. In the entire time I've been signed up, I've never taken an extended time off. There was a 2-week period one time where I just couldn't afford it, and my card, my membership card, was getting declined, and I couldn't afford to pay my late fees. So there was one 2-week time, but even when I've gone on when I go on trips and stuff like that, I'll still use the gym in the hotel and stuff like that. Making you hungry? Aw, sorry, the bacon talk. Yeah, do you guys remember that weird time when everybody was obsessed with bacon and then it just stopped? Everybody got bacon fatigue at the same time, I think. Ooh. For dinner tonight, chicken breast. Chicken breast and rice. Oh god. Yes, chicken breast and rice today. I can't believe what happened last night with the damn Burger King. I'm still salty about it. I'm still salty about it. I went to Burger King last night, Waffle, and the store was still open, and I went up to the counter and I tried to order food, and they said, "Sorry, it's only the drive-thru that's open." And I said, "Since when?" And they said since 11 o'clock, and it was 11:05, and I was the only person in the entire building. God. So frustrating. So frustrating. Walking out there in the snow in the middle of the night just to get a burger. Nope, sorry. Should have got here several minutes earlier. Literally several minutes. We would have helped you. And I was like, your store is still open. You know, most places when they do drive-thru only, they lock the doors, right? So there's no sitting. And they weren't cleaning. It's not like I came in... Bex made a good point too when I told her. It's not like they had all the tables flipped up. I mean the chairs flipped up on the tables and they were mopping and doing all that kind of stuff. No. They were just standing around. God damn it. Oh no, I'm in 5th place. Okay. I'm so excited to open my store. There's this storefront that I've been keeping an eye on because I can't possibly imagine that it does well at all because there's constantly... It's a barber shop, and there's constantly chair for rent ads all over it, which means that not many people work there, and they're looking for more people to work there, but they don't have it yet. And I don't think they're going to get it because just reasons. just reasons. But I keep my eye on it because I got a feeling in my plums that store will probably go up for lease in the next couple years. It's not in the best location though. The problem in my town is there's only really one good business location, maybe two. Yeah, I'd say like maybe I'd say two. But most of the business locations are pretty terrible in the big picture. Like I have to walk through an industrial district. And there's businesses up there that I don't understand how on earth they are surviving at all. They have to be money laundering places. Like one of the places is literally a store that is just called furniture. And it's in like the industrial district, and the showroom is like as big as a person's living room. It's ridiculous. There's no fucking way that that's a legitimate business. I've never seen anyone there. I mean, I've seen someone working there. Like, I've seen like one car out front because the person who's working there drives there, right? But it's such a confusing business. But I don't want to walk into the business and be like, hey, how do you stay in business? I always wondered, when I was young, and even like as a teenager and stuff like that, I was a drummer, right? I played drums professionally, and we would go to a lot of music stores. Me and my dad, we'd check out music stores whenever we were in the city or something. That was kind of like what we did. We went to the big music stores, and you have to get pianos at a piano store. You can't walk into like a general music store. You can find keyboards, but if you're looking for like an actual piano, you have to go to a piano store. And my dad one time took me to a piano store, and it was unbelievably confusing because this place was big. This place was like a big showroom, and they had fucking probably 40 or 50 pianos, all like grand pianos, and some of these pianos were like $120,000. You know what I mean? Like unbelievably expensive. And this this piano store was in a big mall, but it was in well, it doesn't matter what mall it was in. It was in Vaughan. And then for the next like 10-15 years, it absolutely blew my mind. Hey, Dallas Smith, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. We're playing some N64 games. It always blew my mind. How did that store stay in business? And then I asked my dad as an adult. I was like, hey, remember when we went to that piano store? How do you make a business out of that? You know, they're so expensive, and I can't imagine that there's many people buying grand pianos. And it's the maintenance. That's where they get you. It's like a car. They don't just buy the piano and then that's it. They've got to get all the maintenance and the stuff and all that kind of stuff, so it all adds up. God, piano ownership sounds like a nightmare. You know what? A lot of people brag about their cars, right? But you kind of need a car. Like, even if it's a really stupid fancy car that's way out of your budget, at least it's still, like, useful in the sense that you can still drive to where you need to go, right? But a grand piano is absolutely a frivolous purchase, because unless you are, like, an owner of a recording studio, of, like, a big recording studio, you would never need a grand piano, because this isn't the fucking 1800s. Just use a keyboard. Keyboards now can emulate essentially any sound ever created, and with synthesizers, they've created their own sounds that have never been heard by humans before the synth was created. Think about that. That always freaks me out. Like, it freaks me out that we have heard things that no other human has ever heard. Like, even just cars honking. Like traffic. You know what I mean? It's been part of human society for such an unbelievably small amount of time, but everybody hates it so much. We got fed up with it so fast. We've existed as humans for, for as many millions or hundreds of thousands, or for whatever you believe, right? We all have different beliefs, and I'm not going to get into that. But we've been around for so long, but we've only known what traffic sounds like for like 100 years. You're watching the Packers game beat the Bears in the wild card playoff game. The Packers did. Here's my prediction for the Super Bowl. The Jets beat the Denver Broncos. That's my pick. Jets over Broncos. For next year. I know that the Jets aren't in the playoffs this year. They didn't even get an interception for the entire season. It's never even happened before. You know what? If I was part of a team that was that shit, like whether it was like if I was on like a team that went like winless in a season, right? I think I'd be a little bit happier because most athletes don't become stars. You know what I mean? Only if you look at the entire league, right? Maybe 25% of them are stars. And then the other 25% are like just in the background, you know who the stars of a hockey team are, but you don't care about the third and fourth line, right? No, the game's not over yet. The Packers are beating the Bears 21-6 right now. Well, you know what? I have been following the NFL season this year, and there have been just this year a startling number of comeback wins. I don't know if you guys who've been watching NFL have noticed that, but this year there were so many. One team had like 6 comeback wins in a row. That's ridiculous. Okay. Here's an update on the Broncos. If the Steelers get past the Houston Texans tomorrow, if I hope they do, because that's my team. Oh, the Broncos are your team? That's cool. I don't really like any team, to be honest with you, because I don't know too much about it. This was my first year where I downloaded the NFL app, and I've been paying attention to like the season and stuff like that. Not too much, but I'll check it out at the end of the week. I think that for this Super Bowl, I would like the Texans to win, just because they've never been in the Super Bowl. Not only have they never won the Super Bowl, but they've never been to the Super Bowl. So I can dig that. I like underdogs. That's why when I started watching this year, I said I was going to watch the Jets. But you know what? Fuck that. I'm changing my team. But I don't know who I'm changing it to, because I don't really know NFL. I don't really know NFL. I think over the summer, I'll probably do some research. I'll probably follow some, I follow a lot of baseball YouTubers that, tell stories about baseball and stuff like that. I'm sure they have the exact same thing for football. So I'll follow that maybe when I'm in Japan. Get familiar with things. If the Texans win this year, then I'll follow the Texans next year. I think there's another team that rarely ever gets into the playoffs too. Is it the Panthers? No, they were in one. Is it the Jaguars? I don't know. I really don't know too much about football, to be honest with you guys. But I like it. I like sports. I like sports. I would love to go to a game. I would love to go to a game. The easiest places it would be for me to go to a game would be Buffalo. Buffalo would be the easiest. That would be the easiest. New York would also be relatively easy. Is there a team in? Yeah, oh yeah, the Eagles in Philadelphia. That would be easy. Chicago would be easy. Um, any of like the northern states would be easy. But like I'm going to Dallas this year, and I thought it would be really cool to go to a Texans game or yeah, Dallas Texans. Yeah. No, Dallas Cowboys. See, I really don't know too much about football. Thought it'd be cool to go to a Cowboys game, but when I'm going, the season's over. So, shoot. I've always found the football season is at such a weird time. It's just such a weird time. Like I feel like football should be ultimately like a summer sport. Like the season should start in like May. But I don't know. No, the Steelers are your team. Okay. Okay. Well, good luck with the game tomorrow. I'm rooting for the Texans, but that's okay. That's what's great about sports. That's what's great about sports. But I do hope that your team wins because you actually have emotions invested in it. I just like the underdog story. You know what I think is very strange? There's always the teams that make the playoffs, and then they get demolished in the playoffs, and they lose in like the first round, and then people say that, oh, they're such a weak team, and they completely disregard the fact that they did get to the playoffs in the first place. It's very strange how, you know, they'll cheer and they'll have a locker room celebration for making the playoffs, and then the moment they lose in the first round, they're just absolute dog shit. You know, it's weird how sports are like that. Hey, what's up, Canner? Bit my lips so hard last night. I was sleep eating, and I bit my lip, and I woke up, and I was sitting on my floor over here in front of my heater, eating fruit fruit roll-ups. I don't even know where I got fruit roll-ups. I don't even know where I got them. So on the way home, not on the way home, on the way to work tomorrow, I guess. No, I've got stuff to do after. I gotta replace a box of fruit roll-ups because I don't know where I got them from. They just appeared. My friend, so nice to see you. I'm gonna take a break shortly after this race. Oh, am I near the end? I'm gonna take a break real quick, and flip side, I'll check out that video that you shared. I will check out that video that you shared. All right. How many more? How many more? Okay. Guys, I'll be right back. Thank you for joining me tonight. It means a lot to me. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday comes again.
毎日
Sunday,
毎
Monday,
日
Tuesday,
日立の
Wednesday,
細長
Thursday, Thursday,
静
Friday,
か
Saturday,
サラサラ
Sunday comes again.
きれいな空気体には細長が気持ちいいんです日立のビッグフローウェルネス
It's here. Batman, the video game. From Sunsoft. For the Nintendo Entertainment System. Let the battle begin.
Where'd you get your hands on Konami's new video game? Starring me, that Rachel Cajun. Bayou Billy. For the first time ever, Konami combines hand-to-hand combat with driving, shooting, and of course zapping. In one swamp, stomping adventure.
The Adventures of Bayou Billy for Nintendo.
It all starts when I get out this here swamp. You really give me riled now.
Bigfoot. Feast on the national craze of monster trucks with wheels and suspensions big enough to literally drive over rows of cars and uncharted terrain. It's crunchin', munchin', crash and bash, off-road action that's guaranteed to be one of the most exciting video games ever.
Cabal, the fiercest terror force of all. Think you can wipe out the world's toughest terrorists? Fools! They've got subs, choppers, jet fighters. Go it alone or get help. But if you fail, you'll end up like me. Cabal, for your Nintendo.
If you can keep on top of these California games, you'll know you're incredible. 6 great fun-in-the-sun games for your Nintendo. Roller skating, foot bag, totally awesome skateboarding. BMX racing, so exciting. Oh, it's like the real deal. Master all 6. You'll be like king of the beach. California games for your Nintendo.
Hello and welcome to the Caveman Games. Let's go down to the mate toss. Grub spinning his mate. Thrower! Nice bounce, Crudla. Sounds like it's time for clubbing. There's the finger fake. Yes! Sucker! Now for the dino ball. Eat him! Eat him! No post-game interview there.
Caveman games for the Nintendo Entertainment System. You get bitten, you get eaten.
Crystallis, new from SNK. For play on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Are you up to the challenge?
Double Dragon 2, The Revenge for your Nintendo Entertainment System. The best action game ever from Acclaim.
Double Dragon 3, the ultimate in NES martial arts action continues with all new weapons, characters, and street fighting moves against the world's most awesome villains. Double Dragon 3 from Acclaim. The action keeps coming.
Most challenging quest ever awaits. Go with speed, but go with patience. Seek out an arsenal, a dragon scale, a torch, and magic herbs. Use wisdom and cunning to choose thy commands, for the Dragon Lord is a fierce rival. Horrible and treacherous minions all guard the evil one's island house. Art thou ready, young one?
Yes, King Ron.
And so begins a new epic, Dragon Warrior.
Nintendo, now your play.
Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday comes again.
毎日
Sunday,
毎
Monday,
日
Tuesday,
日立の
Wednesday,
細
Thursday,
長
Thursday,
静
Friday,
か
Saturday,
サラサラ
Sunday comes again.
きれいな空気体には細長が気持ちいいんです日立のビッグフローウェルネス
It's here. Batman, the video game. From Sunsoft. For the Nintendo Entertainment System. Let the battle begin.
Where'd you get your hands on Konami's new video game? Starring me, that Ray Junkitor, by Billy for the first time ever, Konami combines hand-to-hand combat with driving, shooting, and of course zapping. In one swamp, stomping adventure.
The Adventures of Bayou Billy for Nintendo.
It all starts when I get out this here swamp. You really give me riled now.
All right, my friends, I'm back. Flip side. I did see that. I did see that. I love all of those music videos. I love all those music videos. Very funny stuff. Very funny stuff. My favorite one is I think it's called 339 Lloyd Street. I like that. John uses it a lot in his streams. Is it easy to make? Well, it can't be easy. Like, I'm not somebody who is opposed to AI, but for certain things. For certain things, you know what I mean? For example, all of my characters up there were hand-drawn by a real human that I paid and commissioned to do it. You know what I mean? I didn't just come up with an AI that made it, right? I came up with the design, and somebody who actually knows how to draw made it for me, right? That's really cool. I want to get some animated stuff, right? I want to get some animated stuff. That's also something that I would pay somebody to do. But it could be fine with certain things. Like, what I've done a few times is N64 games don't fit on a YouTube thumbnail. They don't fit the size. You can't get the entire picture properly because it doesn't fit. But what you can do is if you have Canva, you can do like page extend. So that little area that's on the side, you can just hit page extend and it fills the rest in, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But those people talk about AI like it's the easiest thing in the world, and I can't imagine. Excuse me. I can't imagine putting those AI videos together where there's all these different people in it. I'm talking about, I'm sure you could make an AI crowd of 1 million people, that wouldn't be difficult, but making ones that have like specific characters in it, you know, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. It can't be easy. It can't be easy. Like, how would you even put that into a prompt? I guess clip by clip is how you would do it. You'd have to storyboard it big time because I think AI can only generate like 5-second clips. It's not very long. Oh God. Good stuff. Tyler, how are you feeling, buddy? How are you feeling? I hope you're well tonight. I hope you're well tonight. Oh God, I always fall here. Okay, go slow here. Go slow here. Okay. Oh God. Right into the lava. Damn it! Oh, God. Oh, I'm terrible at this level. I am terrible at this level. Oh, no. Damn it. Oh, God. This level's gonna break. Fudge! This level's gonna break me when I do it on the expert mode. This level is gonna break me when I get to the expert mode. Shoot. Alright, tomorrow's my long day at work. It should be alright. I found out today, I saw one of the cooks cooking something that I had never seen before. It looked like a burrito, but they were deep frying it. And I said, "What the hell is that?" And then he said, "Oh, it's deep fried cheesecake." That sounds so amazing. Deep fried cheesecake? Hell yeah. Yo, what's up? I'm back playing Super Mario Bros. Oh, nice, buddy. Nice, I recently beat that on the channel. Good stuff. I want to get that deep fried cheesecake, but if I do, I won't be able to eat like any kind of fast food for like 2 weeks. It didn't even let me finish. It's like, look, okay? You don't win. Okay, just give it up. You're ruining our car. Oh, I love the moon. I had a dream last night that I was in, like, I think it was Alcatraz. I was in prison. That's probably why I was sleepwalking, because I was freaking out in my dream. Yeah, I was in, like, Alcatraz, and we were planning a breakout, and then one of the people, we got out of the prison, and we were on, like, the shore, but the shore is just rocks, right? So, there's 4 of us in my dream, and all 4 of us escaped, and we're standing at, like, the edge of this, like, kind of rocky, cliffy area that goes out into the water. If you don't know, Alcatraz prison is on an island, right? And one of them jumped off into the water and landed on a rock and just completely splatted. It was very graphic. I'm surprised that my brain was able to comprehend that. Oh my, 360. That happened, and then the second person who jumped in immediately got eaten by a shark. Are there sharks around Alcatraz? That's hilarious. The sharks will get ya. Would there be sharks? Well, I guess it is the ocean. It is the ocean. It's not like it's on a lake or something. Sharks. It was a very weird dream. I was watching that Rowdy Piper promo where he's in Alcatraz prison the other day. I think that's probably... I was watching that, and I was watching the Great Escape. You guys ever seen that movie? It's like... I think it came out in the 50s, I think. Maybe even earlier, I'm not too sure. Great movie. Great movie. Alright, first place. First prize. Alright. I'm still here. I'm lurking. Thank you so much, Charlie. I appreciate ya. I appreciate ya. You guys, Charlie, when he live streams, he has a stand-up of a character from... Where's the character from? Is it the Love Boat? He just has a stand-up, like a cardboard stand-up in his background. And I think that is hilarious. I love it. I love it. I want to get a cardboard stand-up of myself standing where I can put it like right here so it's behind me, and it would be me looking over my own shoulder. I think that would be very silly. Those things are expensive though. Like, to get them custom made, they're like a couple $100. Alright. When I open my store, I'm gonna put a big YouTube-friendly, sign in the window, and I will encourage people to make videos and stuff. I think that would be a positive thing. Also, I'm gonna do something at my game shop that I've been wanting to have in my area for the longest time. I'm going to do game rentals. So you can, there will be a place where you can just rent a game again. That's awesome. I am gonna do game rentals. I think that would be great for expensive games, because a lot of people want to play these games and stream these games and stuff. So, but I can't afford like $200-300. Like, I think Silent Hill 4, my favorite one. Oh dang it! I think Silent Hill 4 is like $300 now in Canada. Just ridiculous. But if I could rent it for like $40, I would be a happy guy. Hey, greetings! What's going on? Alright. What's going on, buddy? What's going on? It's nice to see you. Hope you're well. So I pulled this Goosebumps book out the other day. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. And I was thinking to myself, well, you must not have very nice parents if they're sending you to a place called Camp Nightmare. Greetings, what's going on? It's like, oh, if you get straight A's, I'll send you to space camp. Oh, wow. But if you fail, I'm sending you to Camp Nightmare. I'm sending you to Camp Nightmare. Not much. You? Well, I'm just making friends, hanging out with old friends, making new friends, having a good old time, playing some N64. My controller is broken, but with this game, you don't use the buttons that are broken on my controller, so it's one of the few games I can actually play. I need a new N64 controller. I went to the game shop, and all of the authentic ones they have are all terrible. Like, the joysticks are all terrible. And I'm not buying a repro, so I'm just gonna save up and get another one of. I'm using a Hori pad, and they have a GameCube control. They have a GameCube control stick instead of the N64 control stick. So they're much better. I'm just gonna save up and pick one of those up. I'm just in a tight financial situation now, so I can't afford to replace it all right away. Was addicted to Outward all day. What's Outward? What's Outward? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. You know what I saw that I thought was really cool? You guys know that giant sphere in Las Vegas? That giant sphere in Las Vegas, they broadcast... Now, I think that it's funny that they charge you so much, but they broadcast the live cameras from the International Space Station in the sphere, and it looks so cool. It looks so cool. I know that when I mentioned that I want to go to Vegas, for a vlogging trip, everybody told me not to, and nobody wanted to see it. But I found a hook that I want to do. There's this hotel in Las Vegas, and it's notoriously known as like the worst hotel in Las Vegas, because of how old, but also how creepy it is. And it's a place called Circus, and the hotel is themed like a circus. So there's clowns and shit, and there's just weird imagery everywhere. I want to go there so bad because I found out that it's like the cheapest resort to stay at. It's not very expensive at all. And to be honest with you guys, I'm like a pretty professional traveler. Like I'm not picky when it comes to... When I did the $8 hotel in Osaka, I don't think I could possibly find a worse room ever, you know? So I don't really mind staying at a cheap place, especially if the content is good. But also, there's a baseball team moving to Las Vegas, and I would really like to go see the new come on, Kai. I would really like to see the new ballpark. Alright, we're moving up to the hardest difficulty. Extreme! Extreme, if you will. Before it was just medium G, but now we're playing extreme G. So stupid. Outworld is an open world survival like Dark Souls, but less combat focused, more day-to-day living. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. It's more of a survival game. That sounds cool. Oh, I found out some great news. There's somebody at my work, who is, putting together a group of his friends to, start a baseball team for this year's rec league. And, I told him that I'll definitely 100% join it, and he was excited about it. So, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'll be playing baseball this year. I haven't played baseball in 2 seasons. It's been 2 seasons since well, 3 seasons now. It's been 3 seasons since I haven't played baseball. So it'll be fun to get back into it this year. You live the life of an NPC. I feel ya. Sounds like a pretty relaxing game. It's kind of like Animal Crossing, I guess. Just NPC behavior. Alright. I found out the other day that my work has brownies. Uh-oh. Shouldn't have told Kai that. Shouldn't have told Kai that. Hey Kai, can you can you cut up all these brownies? Yes and no. I can't promise that all of the brownies will get cut up. I can cut up most of the brownies and put them away. Good night, Charlie. Thank you for being here, buddy. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya big time. Thank you for being here. Ooh, there we go. I haven't played Nintendo since the early 2000s. I think my siblings will still have the old Super Nintendo and N64. I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. You should rediscover it. You should rediscover it. What's great about collecting for these old systems is everything that is out for it is out for it. You don't need to wait for any games to get released. You don't need to wait for anything coming up. Everything that's out there is out there, you know? So start exploring it, you know? If you were to take the N64 and only play the games that people talk about a lot, like GoldenEye and the Zelda games and you know, Mario 64 and Mario Party games and stuff like that. You take away all of those, there's still so many good games. I think like 80%, probably more than that, maybe even 90%. I think that the N64 has the best like ratio of good games to bad games. Like, it would be hard for me to make a top 10 bad games. Top 5 I could do, but top 10, it would get more difficult. Oh god. Oh no. I'm still annoyed that my cousin stole my copy of Super Smash Bros. N64. I love that game. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Do you still have a Nintendo 64? Because I've got a secret hack for you. I've got a secret trick for you. Do you still have an N64? What you can do is a game like Super Mario, like Smash Bros. You don't need English for it. And the Japanese copy of the game is only worth like $5. So there's certain N64 games that I would recommend just importing. Just importing. Like, for example, I have a huge collection of games, like 500 games. And my least expensive game out of every single game I own is Mario Party 2 for the Nintendo 64. A game that's worth over $100 in North America is worth $2 in Japan. So there's a lot of games out there that are significantly cheaper in Japan. There's games that are a lot more expensive in Japan, but it works both ways. For me, most of my N64 collection is Japanese. And I've only run into trouble with, like, a few games, to be honest with you. I have a hard time with Perfect Dark because I don't like to read. Oh, no, don't quit. I don't like to do walkthroughs. But I can't read the objectives. So games with objectives can be tough. But most games you don't need English for. Like, you definitely don't need English for Super Mario 64. He's got the N64 over in Japan. Oh, I feel ya. Well, you know what? You can always emulate, right? Just don't stream it, or Nintendo will come knocking at your door. Yeah, I think it's super cool that your brother lives in Japan. Does your brother ever send you like care packages? I have some things for you to ask him for. I think that you'd enjoy them. Okay. This year I'm gonna have to ship a lot of stuff when I'm in Japan back to Canada. And you know what I realized too? I think I'm gonna have to reconfigure the order of my Japan trip, because what I was thinking of doing was going to Japan for 3 months and then going to South Korea to kind of like reset my time, because you can stay for 180 days, but you have to leave the country after 90 days. So if I go to South Korea, if I go to Japan for 90 days and then I go to South Korea for like 2 weeks, I can just fly back to Japan and stay for another 90 days. I was going to do that. Japan 90 days, and then South Korea for 2 weeks, and then back to Japan for 90 days, and then after all of that, I was gonna go to Bangkok, and then I was gonna go to Vietnam, and then I was gonna fly home. But I'm realizing that I'm gonna be buying a lot of stuff for my business. Like that's kind of I've always had reasons for going to Japan. And the reason I'm going to Japan this time is to pick up unique things for my business when I open it up. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff, so I don't know if I want to go to Vietnam and these places with all of that stuff. I really don't know. So what I might do is I might do Japan for 90 days, and then South Korea for 2 weeks, and then back to Japan for like maybe 50 days. No, 70 days. Do it for like 70 days, and then go to Bangkok and Vietnam, and then come back to Japan one more time for the last 20 days. So then I could leave my stuff in Japan. I don't know. I'm trying to figuring out the logistics of this trip is tough. I might also just can going to Vietnam and the Philippines and use that money on my business. I'm not too sure. It all depends on how much I raise before I go. So guys, to my regular viewers, I bet you've been a little confused about the recent Cyrax videos I've been making. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm just gonna try it out for a while. I really enjoy it though. I think we're getting to like the how do I say it? The coup de grace. I think Chance's times are coming to an end within a year or two. He's literally being investigated by the FBI. I can't imagine that he's got more than, at maximum, 2 years before he's in jail or before he passes away, because people don't really like his maw. His mouth is so. There must be so much fucking bacteria in there. It's ridiculous. That shit can kill you. All right. My oldest bro has a place in China. Oh, wow. That's really cool. He's been across Asia, Malaysia, South Korea, Taiwan. Very cool. What did he think of North Korea? No, that's cool. That's cool. China, I would really love to go to China, but the way that I travel, I very much like to travel. I kind of like to travel the way that I shop for food. You know what I mean? I go to the grocery store almost every day, and I just pick up my food for the day. I don't necessarily buy 2 weeks of food, right? I'll buy what I'm hungry for that day, and I'll come home and I'll cook it. I'm kind of the same way with travel, where I don't, like, when I say I'm going to Japan, I could be anywhere. I don't know where I'm going. I don't have any plans. I know that I'm going to Japan, but I don't know where else I'm going. And I like it that way. You know, I like to be able to wake up in Kyoto and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to Hiroshima today. And then just go there. And then the next day I could say, oh, I'm going to go to Nara today. And then just go there, right? The problem with Canadians going to China is that it'll make the red dragon awaken. No, I'm just joking. The problem with Canadians going to China is you have to have a complete itinerary booked. So you have to have your plane done, you have to have your hotel booked, you have to have your activities booked. You have to book everything, and then the customs agents and everything like that, they have to know exactly where you are, like at all times and stuff like that. So that really kind of inhibits the way that I travel, because if I have a set itinerary, it gives me a lot of anxiety. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, oh, I have to do this now. I can't take a day off. If I take a day off, then I'm gonna miss out on all of that. You know, I can't think like that. Can't be worse than Canadians going to the USA. Buddy, they checked my butt 2 times when I was flying to the USA. I asked them to, but still. Flying to the USA is not too bad. I've flown to the USA like probably like 6 or 7 times in the last like 5 years, and it wasn't too bad. I'll tell you this much: the people complain about the wait times, like when you're waiting in line for TSA and stuff like that. But the USA, I've been to the Atlanta airport, I've been to the Los Angeles airport, I've been to the Michigan airport, and where was the other one? I think the other one was in somewhere in Carolina, I think. Either way, the Canadian border thing is 1,000 times slower than your security. Our security is ridiculous. It takes forever. I brought one of my squishy monkeys to New York with me, and when I was going through the thing, they opened it up and cut a hole in it to make sure that there wasn't drugs in it. I said, well, you've broken the toy now. They're like, no, we're just going to make a small incision. I'm like, no, you've broken it. It no longer holds its elasticity. And it was in the package and everything. But that's easy to fake, I guess. We got lots of drug dogs in Canada. You know what's the funniest thing you'll ever see in your life, though? In the airport in Toronto, the Toronto Pearson Airport, the biggest airport in Canada. In Toronto Pearson, they have there's cops there, obviously, right? And they drive around on the cutest little buggies. It is so funny. They're like these tricycles that they're like segways, but they have 3 wheels. They're like tricycles, but they're segways. And it's the funniest thing to see these guys floating around in full policeman's uniform on these goofy little contraptions. I've never seen this machine anywhere other than at the airport. I've never seen like any other security agency, like at a hospital or at a theme park or anything like that. I've never seen anyone use that except for the police at the Toronto Pearson Airport. So funny. Your security, Saskatchewan security, you gotta check for BC drugs and Ontario bagged milk. Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I heard that our Kinder Surprise eggs are illegal in the United States. I heard our Kinder Surprises are. That's a shame. Kinder Surprises are peak childhood. I want to see what a desert looks like in real life. Damn it. I want to see what like the Mojave. I want to see what it looks like. When I go to Vegas, I will go to the desert. Oh my. So, my friends, God, I'm craving a Burger King burger again, but it's after 11, so I can't go, or else they won't serve me. Bro, I've never heard of bagged milk till I was 16. Bagged milk is the most, efficient milk. It's the most efficient milk when it comes to packaging and space, and also, for freezing it. Perfect. Perfect stuff. Bagged milk is the way to go. Jugs of milk are prone to going bad. BC, yes, BC has a desert. We have this really weird. I live on like the Canadian Shield, right? And the Canadian Shield has some it's a giant fucking rock formation. It's not quite a mountain, you know? It's not a mountain range, but it's this giant, like when you're driving in this area, when you're driving on like the highway and you look to your right and left, it's just like 20-30 foot like cliffs of rock. It's absolutely beautiful. And because we have that, we have like all these weird places that just pop up out of nowhere. And there's this place I think it's about 40 minutes away from where I live now, and it's called the Badlands, and they're these huge clay deposits, and they're like big dunes. It's really cool. It's really cool. It's the only place in Ontario where one has been discovered, and it just kind of showed up one day. It just kind of showed up. Maybe there was like an earthquake. Like, obviously it didn't show up recently. It's been there for a significant time. But sometime in like because our this town and this area obviously is very old. And those things were only found in the 1900s. So it happened relatively recently. It's weird how the land can just change. All right. I wonder if that TV show Alone is still on TV. I wonder if that TV show is still on TV. That was a really cool show. I love that show. I tried to get on that show one year. But realistically, mentally, I could never do that. But I think I could do it now. I think I could do it now. I don't think I could do it before, but now I think that I could do it. Listen to the music. Oh, goodness. Oh, Lord. I want to see a real, authentic American desert. The type that cowboys used to ride on. Bro, Sess has Badlands too? Clay Hills. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that. I thought there was only corn in Saskatchewan. There's an old clay mine that was set up until COVID. Fun fact, a lot of clay that was used to Canadians build. Hey, that's really cool. I didn't know that. Again, I thought that there was only wheat and corn in Saskatchewan. I've been to... Wait a minute. I haven't been to that many provinces. I've been to Ontario, I've been to Alberta, and I've been to Quebec. But that's it. In Canada. I've been to more US states than I've been to provinces. But you gotta remember, Canada's fucking big. I mean, obviously, you're from there. I'm just talking to like the general audience. Canada's so big that we'll go months without seeing our neighbors sometimes. It can be it can be a very sad, pitiful life. All right. Good stuff. I like how those street signs tell you that there's a turn coming up, but there definitely is not a turn coming up. I like how these were the Batman motorcycle years before the Batman motorcycle came out. I can imagine during the Christopher Nolan's Batman movies, he was just sitting at home playing Extreme G. And he said, you know what, that's what we're gonna do for the Batmobile. Just do the Extreme G motorcycle. But sir, Kai's gonna figure it out in 2025. Oh, well, let him figure it out. Yeah, the clay in Saskatoon was deemed some of the most high quality. Oh, that's really cool. Very cool. Good clay quality. Did you know... Here's a fun fact about my town. You know the orange Home Depot buckets? They're made in my town. Also, Glad garbage bags are made in my town. And like Glad like Tupperware and stuff like that. That's made in my town. I worked at the Glad factory for 2 shifts. For 2 shifts. And I said, fuck this. This is awful. Yeah, I worked at the Glad factory and I worked in the returns department when like they do product recalls and stuff comes back to the factory. And my entire job was just opening rolls of garbage bags and then like taking them out of the packaging and putting the garbage bags in one bin and the packaging in a different bin. That was my entire job. And my shift was 12 hours long. And I wasn't allowed to listen to my iPod at my iPod at the time, you know, not my phone. I wasn't allowed to listen to my iPod or anything. I just had to stand there for 12 fucking hours, plus a 1 hour lunch. So I was at the factory for a minimum 13 hours. And all I could do was open these packages. And I did the very first day, and I was living at home. I was a teenager when I did this. I was living at home, and my parents asked me, so how was your day at work? And I said, I fucking hate this, and I guarantee you that I'm probably gonna quit tomorrow. And they're like, Kai, you just gotta get through at least 2 weeks before you quit, you know? And I'm like, I'll try, you know, but I can't promise you anything. And then like 3 hours into my shift, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Oh no, you know what I did? At lunchtime, I went out for lunch and I never came back. I never came back. I never even collected my paycheck. Because I did technically at least work for one. I worked for 15 hours, and at the time that would have been like $150. Maybe a little bit cheaper than that. But at least $100, you know what I mean? And I didn't even get it. I just left and I ghosted them, and I didn't. When I saw that they were calling, I just fucking ghosted them. For all they know, I could have walked off and got into a car accident that day. But no, it was the second worst job I ever had. Hey JP, what's going on? What is going on? It was the second job, and it was only one of 2 times that I've quit a job. Usually, when it comes time, oh wait, no, I quit the Home Depot too. I've usually been like let go when companies do their, cause I've worked retail a lot, right? I've usually been let go when, companies come around like, January, February, March. If you work in retail, you know that January, February, March is when everybody fucking gets laid off because business slows down big time. Terrible time to work in retail. Hey, Flipside, what's up, buddy? My hometown was there when the debate took place that made the laws that banished the KKK from Canada. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You know what I think is funny? I think that people in the United States still talk about the KKK like, and first of all, I am not, what's it called? I'm not trying to support them in any way by talking about this. But a lot of Americans are like, oh, the KKK is running things. There's like less than 5,000 people in the KKK now. You know what I mean? And when your population is like, what, 350 million or something even higher than that, worrying about 5,000 people is hilarious. worrying about these people is hilarious. There's so little of them. But I don't know. I remember years ago there was a lot of worry about the KKK, and I've always been confused about it because there's like 12 people in it now. They always come by late night. Hey, well, you know what? That's when I enjoy streaming the most, late night. My ideal stream time would be 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. That would be my favorite time because then I can get to see people over here. I get to see people in Europe. I get to see people in all different time zones. Some people wake up to my streams and some people go to sleep to my streams. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. There we go. I want to do a stream. I don't know if this will be a popular stream at all. Who are we playing tonight? Extreme G? Extreme G Spot. That's the X-rated version of this game. It was only released for the disk drive. I usually notice you're on when I wake up. Oh, that's great. That's great. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping by my streams, buddy. I hope that we can be friends long time. I love making friends on here. Being on here has given me so much confidence back. Being on here has given me so much confidence back because when I got out of rehab, I was so nervous about the way that people would perceive me. And now it's been almost 5 years, and I'm feeling amazing, and I'm happy that I can be social again. I'm happy I can be social. I'm happy that I can meet you guys. You guys really do affect my life in a positive way. I like the interaction. I try my best to interact with all of the chat, and ever since I started my YouTube channel, I have liked every single comment that I've ever received, even hate comments. Even hate comments, because I want to let you guys know that I am reading, I am watching, you know, I do appreciate it. Even the negative comments, I don't mind them. Oh god, my shield is really low. I gotta get out of here. Alright. Not who what? Not who what? What? No, I just like to talk to the audience. I think that it's important. I think that it's important. When I tune into a stream, I don't want to, like, send a comment. Like, there's nothing worse than... Because I watch a lot of live streams, right? And there's nothing worse than tuning into a live stream that has, like, 10 viewers, and you say hello. You're like, hey, buddy, what's going on? And you just completely get ignored, you know? I'm not down for that. I'm a grateful guy, so the fact that somebody took their time to watch my content means a lot to me. Means a lot to me. Alright. Oh, this is the last lap. Can I catch up? I don't know if I can catch up. Shoot. Shoot. There we go. Hey! god, what's going on? A memory just surfaced. Evon's World. Evon's World was great. I was more of a Newgrounds fan. But Evon's World was good. You guys remember Miniclip? Do you guys remember Miniclip? That's what we'd play at the school library, Miniclip games. Or Habbo Hotel. I was all about Habbo Hotel. And you know what I was into when I was young? What was it called? It was like a virtual pet. It was like a virtual pet. Not like a Tamagotchi, but there was like a website, and there was games you could play, and there was like a little marketplace even. And don't remember. It was a fucking long time ago. You don't remember Miniclip? Miniclip was just a website that had like tons of Flash games on it, like every category you could imagine. And it usually wasn't it wasn't like Newgrounds. It didn't have adult content on it like Newgrounds did. So it wasn't banned at school. Neopets, that's what it was called. Neopets, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Young Kai, like first time using like the internet Kai, Neopets was my jam. Neopets was my jam. Yes, I was a big fan of Neopets. It made me sad because I didn't have a computer at my house when I was into Neopets. My uncle would take care of us sometimes, and my parents were musicians, so when my parents were out of town, my grandmother would babysit us, but sometimes we wanted to give my grandmother a break, and then our uncle babysat us. And he had a computer, and that's where I played Neopets, but I'd have to go like 2 or 3 weeks at a time without seeing my pet, and I would be very sad about this. I would say goodbye to him and everything. I must have been super young, though. When did Neopets launch? We find out that it launched in like 2009. I was actually like 17 when this was happening. Also, Adventure Quest. Isn't Adventure Quest like something that is like a human experience? Like they have them at arcades, or they have them at like the Great Wolf Lodge, and it's like a interactive thing that you can do like throughout like an exhibit. Or is that Magic Quest? I seem to remember there being this I think it was called Magic Quest. Adventure Quest, I'm not too sure what that is. Not too sure what that is. Early 2000s, I think. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was 10 in 2001, so that makes sense. Old bastards. Hey, you're up there too. You're up there too. You're part of the team. You're part of the team. Yeah, I'm 91. I'm a 91 baby. I got to experience most of the 90s. Well, I guess my memory only starts when I was like 4 or 5, so the end of the 90s. I do remember the 90s, though. I do, like, I remember one of the coolest things that I did when I was young, and this had to be my parents finding something cool for me. Not me finding something cool and then asking my parents to bring me somewhere. My parents found something that they thought I would like, and they brought me to it, which is super cool. I got to go to the kind of Pokemon festival that the Pokemon Company did, or Nintendo did, right before the Pokemon Blue and Red were released, and before like the card game was released, right? And they had this like promotional tour that they did, and in Toronto at the exhibition stadium, they did put the Pokemon Company came down to do like a complete unveiling for their product, and my parents took me to that. I got to see like Pikachu in person in like the big costume, and they gave us like cards. Those cards would be worth a fortune now because the cards weren't even out yet. You know, this was kind of their, hey, look at what we've got coming out kind of thing. So I went home with tons of packs of cards. They were talking about Gold and Blue coming out. My parents took me to that. That was one of my coolest 90s memories. Y2K and dial-up. You're going to smoke that blueberry razzle? Nice. Y2K, you're a Pokemaniac. I still enjoy Pokemon a lot, but I don't play the games anymore. I like to collect the cards, but over the last like year and a half, scalpers have really taken the fun out of opening the cards. They're just so fucking expensive now. So now I collect singles. I don't buy packs of Pokemon cards anymore. I buy singles. Hey, Dwarf! I'm already ripped and I made my MY strip with 10 egg whites and 2 pounds of protein. Wow. Big guy. You meatball. That's good stuff. That really sounds good. Dwarf, I wanted to ask you. I want to max my pump, and I was thinking of taking a supplement. Not steroids, obviously, but like a supplement to help me build my muscle better. Do you take any supplements? You always talk about your protein shakes and stuff. Can you send me what you have for a protein shake? Oh Lord. Oh no. Getting barked at for using the internet while people were trying to use the phone at home. That's also extinct. Not only is the dial-up internet extinct, but also using your landline is extinct. I love when you see a commercial for phone landlines and they say, not everybody has a landline, but there are many benefits of a landline. Did you know that you can have a landline for only $9.99 a month? And I'm thinking to myself, the fuck? A landline? Who the hell is signing up for a new landline? Unless you're a business. Like a business having a landline makes total sense. A human having a landline makes 0 sense. MSN chat? Oh, yes. I have some horror stories about MSN chat. Not on me, but there was this, it was the funniest thing, and we would make fun of my friends for it so much. There was this, I'm sure you guys remember it, but there was an option on the MSN service to show people what you're listening to, right? So if you're listening to music, it'll say, JP is online and he's listening to whatever, right? And it would show it there. And then there would be like a little link where you could press on it and it would bring you to where you're going, you know? So back in the day, the way that worked was MSN would just read whatever the title of the file was on Windows Movie Maker, or not on Windows Movie Maker, Windows Media Player. So you would see people, they'd be online, but then you would say, it would be like, John is listening to triple X rated, like, and it would show the titles of the adult material that these people would be listening to, and it was so gross. That's the very first time that I ever heard about like the stepbro stepsister thing. Was that I was like, why on earth would a stepbrother be doing that to his stepsister? Who was listening to dirty audio? No, it wasn't audio, but what the feature would do is it would just read the title of whatever you were using in Windows Media Player. So if you were watching, even if you were watching a movie or something, it would say, you know, Kai is watching Castaway or something like that. But it would just read whatever the title was on the file. So if the file was named, usually downloaded from LimeWire, you know, if the title was all of these things, it would just pop up and it would be there right out in the open. And then the next day at school, you'd laugh at your friends because he was looking up like Brazilian fart porn. Hey, it was so funny. It was so funny that people just didn't fucking notice it. It was so good. Guys, I'm going to take a quick break, and we will continue. I'm just going to quickly go for a smoke. I'll be right back.
Lock the door. Turn out the lights. Pretend it's just a nightmare. The most intense survival game ever created. Resident Evil 2. Now for Nintendo 64.
By Edison. 今始まる新たなボンバー伝説 3D 空間で炸裂する立体新爆発任天堂64で登場バクボンバーマン
Killer outfit. Too bad the nightlife sucks. Dracula returned to Castlevania on Nintendo 64 from Konami.
あのチョロ Q がついに64で登場チョロ Q64 転がり回れコースを作れ4人ではちゃめちゃバトルレース宝チョロ Q64 ついてるよ
64手に入れた武器を自在に組み合わせて君だけのロボで戦え任天堂64カスタムロボ64
今度のカスタムロボはタッグで戦う 2on2 バトルチームプレーの駆け引きがバトルをさらに熱く
このロボじゃ地上戦は不利だ空中戦で行こうよしチェンジ行けよし
仲間のピンチをチャンスに変えるチェンジのタイミングがバトルの決め手ロボもパーツもパワーアップ任天堂64カスタムロボ V2
First on the scene, first with the news, last in the Journalists Invitational Softball Tournament. This is Hot Topic. Tonight, we uncover the real story surrounding Diddy Kong's latest adventure with never-before-seen footage obtained from Nintendo insiders. Now, here's your host, Trent Tillman.
Hello, I'm Trent Tillman. The recent whereabouts of Diddy Kong have been a mystery. Until now. To get the story, we sent world-famous adventurer and thrill-seeker Dirk Monahan to catch up with the elusive chimp. Now, Dirk has run with the bulls of Pamplona and braved the raging waters of the Amazon in nothing more than an inner tube. He eats danger with a spoon, wipes his chin, and asks for seconds. Dirk, can you hear me? All right. Now, Dirk, you were the first human to experience the Diddy Kong adventure. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. And how did you do? Oh, I didn't think you could break that. What exactly happened? So you were trying to pick up a balloon, but you were sideswiped by a squirrel, hit an oil slick, and smashed into the hind leg of a brontosaurus? Dirk, was Diddy a part of this? Tragic. Let's check in with our chief correspondent, Dent Chassis. Dent?
Trent?
Dent, as Dirk discovered, it seems we are dealing with something drastically different.
That's right, Trent. We believe Dirk was involved in what's called the adventure mode. This is no place for the faint of heart. Here's what we know so far. This realm pits you against a number of challenges. Make your way by collecting golden balloons. These unlock doors to 4 areas: Dino Domain, Sherbet Island, Snowflake Mountain, and Dragon Forest. Once inside, you'll explore the worlds and race the boss of each one. If successful, you'll take the Silver Coin Challenge. Collect all 8 coins.
Alright. I'm back. Alright. Thank you, Dwarf, for the recommendations. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I was gonna mention Two Crows, One Cub. Oh god. Two Crow. We had a discussion about this the other day. It did not go well. It did not go well. Alright, hardest one, hardest difficulty. You know what, though? That, you know what? Let's not talk about that. I don't want to get this video demonetized. I need the 7 cents I'm going to make from the AdSense. I need that 7 cents, you guys. If I do 30 live streams in a month, it'll add up to $1. Almost. Can't wait to play Snowflake Mountain. Dude, Snowflake Mountain is absolutely... It gives me PTSD now. No. Which one is the one with the village? You missed a fair amount in chat. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, you guys can discuss it. I'm gonna stay out of that one. Oh, Lord. So I tried playing Resident Evil last night, on my own, because I was like, maybe I can beat this section, on my own. You know, like, not on chat, not while millions and millions of people are watching. Maybe I can just do it on my own. I couldn't. I kept dying. Shoot. Thought I was really good at that game. Take my strong hand. Take my strong hand, she says. Yes, I'm going to Dallas in May. It's going to be very fun. Oh yeah, absolutely. I have to get them at Costco. That's how many I use. Do you remember an old artist named John No, I don't know who that is. Which RE? Oh, Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4, I'm playing it on professional mode right now, and I'm using like pistols. I have a shotgun and I have the normal rifle, but the pistols is the main thing. And you know the room where you have to protect Ashley while she raises the bridges? I can't beat it. I can't beat, like, on professional. On normal, no problem, but on professional, I get my ass handed to me. I gotta get the OGREs. I have to set up, you know what? Hold on one second. I'm gonna put my... I have to take my PlayStation 4 and put it on my desk here because I need to set this up. So I'm going to set up my PlayStation 4 after the stream is done, and I'm going to download the original RE3. I'm going to download the original RE3, and I'll try again to make it work through I'll try again to make it work through... I'll try to get it to work. Oh, okay. No, I've never heard of him. Never heard of him before, buddy. I like joke songs. Wait, was he the one that made Out for a Rip? Was he the Out for a Rip guy? That was a good song. Very Canadian. Hey, that lamp you got me with the 3 wishes the other day. That night Oh, nice. I'm glad your wishes came true. If I had 3 wishes from a genie, I don't even know what I would do. I didn't know what I would do. No, he didn't make that? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm not too sure. Not too sure, buddy. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, so guys, this time when I'm in Japan, I want to do a whole bunch of challenges that you guys give me. I want you guys to give me challenges every day. I'll pick one out of a hat or something like that. I'll pick one out of a hat, and for the day, we'll do that challenge. I think it would be a fun way to get you guys involved. Plus, then everybody gets shout outs and stuff like that. I think that'd be cool. So, oh, and I get knocked out? Damn it. Yeah, that way I can give you guys shout outs. And I think that would be fun. So if you guys have any challenges for me for when I'm going to Japan, let me know. Or South Korea. Because those are the places I'm going to, guaranteed. Yeah, those are the places I'm going, guaranteed. July. I'm going in July. Gotta go back to the dentist? That's a shame. That's a shame. Okay. Oh, you know what I just realized? I get $300 a year from the government for glasses. And now that it's January, I can get another pair of glasses. That's awesome. That is awesome. You made every day. Don't go the fuck. No, I've never heard of it, buddy. I was never really into, joke music. I was never really into joke music. To be honest with you, man, I used to be like a professional musician, like in a band and going on like tours and stuff like that. However, music for me has kind of, the only music I listen to now is like Japanese, like pop music, I guess. I don't even know how you would describe it. And then metal. But I don't really listen to music anymore because it's kind of like my bacon thing. If you're at work all the time and if that thing that you love as a hobby or whatever becomes something that you do for a job, you'll lose interest in it, you know? So I did professional music for like 4 or 5 years of my life, and now like the idea of going to a concert is kind of nightmare fuel for me. It's just and like playing in a concert, good lord. However, I am going to start writing music again, but I'm probably not going to do any live shows. I might put some of it on YouTube. I don't even know if I'm going to put it on YouTube. I think it's just going to be a personal project of mine. Yes. You have a water flosser? That sounds cool. I am a very, very, very frequent flosser. I have flossers always within like arm's distance. Look, I'm so obsessed with Sanrio that even my dental products are Sanrio. You can't wait to see my OnlyFans when I'm over there? I'm not in good enough shape yet, but I'm getting there. Maybe in 2 years I can launch it. I'm not in good enough shape yet. Okay. Add hydrogen peroxide? Are you insane? Hydrogen peroxide? Okay. You know where I want to go? Flip. How far are you away from here? Because if I go here, it would be cool to meet up with you. I want to go to Universal Studios in Florida. My parents played a concert there when I was young, and we got to go for free and have like a day at Universal. It was really cool, and I only remembered that memory like a couple nights ago, and now I want to go to Universal in Florida again. And we were there for the 4th of July. That was really cool. We were there for the 4th of July. I've always wanted to experience the 4th of July in the United States, but I've actually experienced 2 4th of Julys in the United States, and I didn't even realize it. But I was like younger. I was like a young... I was like 13 for one of them, and I was like 10 for the other, so I don't really remember them that well. Not as an adult. Yeah, I think it would have been maybe 10 or 11 when we went to Universal Studios. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. I just got a memory back. When we were at Universal Studios in the hotel, we watched the Doom movie. So, whatever year Doom was released, because it was like at the hotel, you could watch movies that are still in the theaters. And we watched the Doom with Dwayne the Cock Johnson. And so, whenever that was released, that's when I went to Florida. I don't know when that was, though. Maybe like 2003, 2004. I think the Doom movie came out with Doom 3, like when they were promoting Doom 3. Do you guys remember when Doom 3 came out? Doom 3 coming out was such a big fucking deal. To anyone younger who didn't experience that, you'll never experience these kind of things again now because of online shopping and stuff. But when Doom 3 came out, not only was it being sold like and advertised everywhere, right? But also all of the computer products of the time, like the graphics cards and anything you need for like computer gaming, all had Doom 3 covers on it. So when you walked into like the Best Buy when Doom 3 was out, everything was Doom 3. It was ridiculous. Doom 3, I think, is I know that there's probably been bigger ones, but when it comes to something that I've experienced myself, I think that the biggest launch for a game I've ever seen was the Doom 3 hype. It was a big fucking deal that Doom 3 was coming out. I didn't like Doom 3. I didn't like Doom 3. I got it. Like, I get it. I get why people would like it. But it's more of like a survival horror game, Doom 3 is. It's much more slow-paced. There's a lot more adventuring and, like, puzzle kind of crap in it. It takes forever to start. Like, the first hour of that game is unbelievably slow. But I just don't like it. I've never been a big fan of Doom 3. I like Doom 2016. I still haven't played the two newer ones. I like Doom 2016 though. I want to see a Doom game set not in hell, not on Mars, but in New York City in the 1970s. I mean, they do fucking time travel and all this crazy fantasy stuff anyway. Why don't they just open a portal underneath the Brooklyn Bridge and then all of the Hellspawn come out? You know what I mean? I think that would be so cool. I think that would be so cool. I've heard really good things about Doom Eternal. I've heard really good things about Doom Dark Ages. Who wants you to... What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think anybody wants that for me. Flip. I don't think so. There we go. Hi-oh. That's not my name. Okay, so guys, I'm adding 4 new Axolotl characters over the next couple months before I go to Japan. One of them is going to be inspired by my grandmother. It'll be inspired by my grandmother, and I'm gonna name her Oma-chan. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. I like this music. Yes, I like the music in this game a lot. Talk to text ain't working tonight. Oh, true. Talk to text is terrible. One day it'll be perfect, but not very good. Assassin's Creed Hex would be set in the 1800s with witch hunting at a very dark theme setting. That's really cool. Are you going to be in, like, Salem? There's already been an Assassin's Creed game in Massachusetts before. Are you going to be in Salem? That's cool. It's pretty crazy that that was a real thing that happened. However, historians widely debate on how many witches were actually birthed. Like, history makes it sound like every fucking Wednesday the town would get together and throw witches on the fire. But I doubt very, very much that they were. I think even during the witch trials, I think there was only like 2 or 3 of them. I don't think that there was like this huge group that was all being like group sentenced, or like hundreds of people that are all involved in like the same crime receiving like sentences and stuff. I'm pretty sure it was just a few people that were accused by it, and then history kind of ran with it, you know? I think believing in witches is absolutely funny as hell, because it's very much based on the fact that like women just weren't very like well respected in society. So like if a woman was like, let's say, smart at math, she must be a witch. She couldn't just be smart at math, you know what I mean? She couldn't just be like a smart person. No, she must be a witch, you know? That's so funny. But I think that I don't think that was a huge problem. Witches. Cyrax. Oh, flip side. Did you ever see? I don't know how much you follow Cyrax at all. I'm glad that you know who this person is. But he's claimed on multiple times that he was related to one of the people in the witch trials. And then after he tells that ridiculous lie, he tells a story about how his life is also like a witch trial. It's ridiculous. But yeah, he's mentioned it several times. He says that he was related to this person named Jonathan Putnam. I don't know who that is. Maybe if people know about that history, maybe he's like some like really important person, which makes it even funnier that Chance just picks out historical figures and says that he's related to them. But yeah, I think that's hilarious. The witch trials. You know what, though? There are real witches At least, I mean, there's not real magic because magic doesn't exist. But there are people who legitimately have like faith in magic, and it exists to them. So what they're doing is inherently anti-Christian, and I won't stand for it. No, I'm just joking. What they're doing is inherently correct to them in their faith. You know what I mean? I've seen witches in the Dominican Republic. I've seen witches in the Dominican Republic, but they were men. So they would have been, I guess, what, wizards? They were like voodoo people. You know? If you go to the Dominican Republic and you know where to look, you can set up like a fucking session with like a literal voodoo Baron Samedi guy. You know? And they earnestly believe it. I think one of the funniest things, and I'm sorry if any of my viewers believe this, and if you do believe this, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Because I have legitimate questions for you. People that believe in psychics, and they like go to, you're Dominican, oh okay, that's cool. That's really cool. So you know what I'm talking about. Because voodoo and stuff, doesn't that stuff come from Haiti? And Haiti's just on the same island as the Dominican, right? That's really cool. Dominican guy. Have you ever seen voodoo? I hope that's not a racist thing to ask. I hope that's not racist. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. But yeah, there are voodoo people. You've seen voodoo. Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. I have seen that music video, Flipside. I love the AI music videos that have the whole clan in them. That have the yes, I've seen it. Very cool. Very cool. AI is really funny sometimes. Really funny sometimes. You're born in America, but your family is Dominican. Oh, that's cool. So you were born. That's cool because well, this is just cool historically. So you were born in a birthright state, and your parents were born in a non-birthright state. How does it work? So if you could play so being Dominican, it's confusing because you are American, you were born in America, but if like the Olympics came around, you could be on Team Dominican because your parents are Dominican. Whereas if it was the other way around, it wouldn't work out. Like if you were if you were born in the Dominican and you wanted to play on Team USA, you wouldn't be able to. But you could play on both. You could play on both. That's cool. Juggy, what's going on? Oh, sorry. It is great. I honestly think Gorillaz was the start of the movement. Gorillaz was AI? I thought Gorillaz was like animated. Yeah, it's good for certain things. Like I'm not against AI like everybody seems to be. I'm against it for certain things, but like I don't know. I don't know. I think that like when I see an advertisement that's obviously AI, it says a lot about the company or about the person using that advertisement, you know? Like if I were like I'm opening a store. That's my goal when I get back from Japan. I want to open my own business. That being said, if I were to make a logo for the business and just use AI, it would look cheap. It would look cheap, and then that represents your company. So, or like if I were to get like make a 15-second ad or something that plays on Facebook or something, and it was all AI, that says a lot about your company. It says that you don't care enough to invest in quality at all, you know? So I wouldn't use it for stuff like that, but I've used AI, and I don't believe in using AI for writing. Like it's good for a search engine, but I don't think that it's good for, because AI, like if you hear it a lot on YouTube. You can hear immediately when a script has been read by AI, or not even read by AI, but written by AI, because it uses rules of threes, and it uses rules of it uses rules of threes, and it also uses rules where it says it's not just this, it's this. It's not just a bicycle, it's a vehicle to a better life, you know? You can hear it in a moment. So, writing descriptions, writing scripts, and stuff like that. Write me a script about The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for a YouTube video. You know what I mean? It's painfully obvious that it was written by a machine. Painfully obvious. So I don't believe in it for that. But if I'm making a thumbnail and I need a very specific background for a thumbnail, then I'll use AI to make a very specific background. You know, not a big deal. And don't say I'm taking money away from people by doing that. Who am I taking away money from? Me? I'm not hiring anyone to make thumbnails for me. I make them all myself. Okay. Just out of curiosity, I saw, if you're a YouTube creator, you might not know this if you don't make shorts, but on shorts, there was an update, and now you can add like AI into your videos, and you can add, there's a bunch of new updates, right? And there's this update where you can post a photo and it'll turn it into like a 5-second video. And you can, and what's cool about it is it's advertised to like make like cartoon characters do whatever, or make it's just meant for like, I don't think I have to. Why am I explaining this? You know what picture to video is. So just for shits, I put a video of, not a video, I put a picture of one of my axolotls, right? One of the still pictures. And I said, just make it scratch its butt, right? Just make it scratch its butt. And what's so funny about those AI things is if your character has a face, right? It will just morph into whatever the AI is like preset to do, you know? It's not going to take the design of the face that you have. It's going to just put its own face right on top of the face that you have. So it completely changes what the character looks like. I was very disappointed because all I wanted to do was make a 5-second loop of my characters just waving, you know? But the moment that the AI hits it, all of the fucking faces change. I hate it. It's very useless. You gotta try it. One thing that I do want to try with it is I like to post those I like to post those city views where I just kind of pan across an area so you can see like the whole city and stuff like that. One thing that I would like to do is if I do those at night, I would like to add a lot of stars into the sky. I wonder how that'll look. But yeah, see, I believe in enhancing things. Like, so if you enhance something with AI, I really don't care. It's like editing a photo. Some people are like photo elitists, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, this photo's edited." It's like, well, yeah, obviously this photo edited. You want to make it look the best that it can. You know what I mean? That's why women wear makeup. What do you mean? Being criticized for editing a photo is the silliest thing that I've ever. It wasn't pure from the camera, just exactly what it looked like in real life. Nothing's exactly what. Stop it, God, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
F0X. 700 km/h. 1000 km/h. F0X, jeu ultra rapide. 1500 km/h. F0X sur Nintendo 64, vous n'en reviendrez pas.
Some things are just better to do with other people. Like Gauntlet Legends for Nintendo 64.
Oh, I like to call that my little something special.
Where the more people you get to play.
Go Wizards, get busy, it's the birthday, there you go. You see? This is how I play.
The more chance you stand to survive.
Who's your daddy? Who is your daddy?
ギガウィング2、12月28日予約受付開始。
There's only one hero who possesses the strength, the skill, and the courage to save the world single-handedly. Glover! Strength? Glover's got the magic and the moves to match big bad bosses. Skill? Glover's got the brains to solve mind-boggling puzzles. And talk about courage? Glover's got the to handle any challenge. Glover! For Nintendo 64 and PC CD-ROM. Gotta love the glove.
Do you know how to use one of these?
GoldenEye. Load a Rumble Pack and see how it feels when 007 meets N64.
スパイ映画の興奮を任天堂64でいいですね。一度やってみたかったんです。打ちます打ちますしびれます。振動パックでブルブルします。007ゴールデンアイ。
Introducing GoldenEye 007 and the first Bond adventure, where you direct the action.
Do you know how to use one of these?
Shot by shot by shot. Load a Rumble Pack and see how it feels when 007 meets Nintendo 64. See the next Bond movie. Tomorrow never dies.
Do you know how to use one of these?
Happy, joyful, downright ecstatic, hardly surprising with the Nintendo 64 and GoldenEye at 8.
Infogrames présente GT64 sur Nintendo 64. GT64, la meilleure simulation de course sur Nintendo 64.
F0X. 700 km/h. 1000 km/h. F0X, jeu ultra rapide. 1500 km/h. F0X sur Nintendo 64, vous n'en reviendrez pas.
Some things are just better to do with other people. Like Gauntlet Legends for Nintendo 64.
Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. Oh, hey, Juggy. Okay. Kai would love to see you eating Japanese food and explain to us what all the weird shit they eat and is true. Japan loves eating rats and cats and dogs. The cats and dogs thing is a Chinese thing. Japanese people don't eat cats and dogs. It's a Chinese thing. However, I have seen cats and dogs for sale, like cooked, at a meat market in Japan. However, it was a Chinese meat market. If you go to Shibuya, which is where the famous... if you think about Tokyo, you're probably thinking about Shibuya. It's that big place where the big crossing is. The Fast and Furious movies did a big thing in the middle of it. It's a big landmark, you know? And right when you get off of the subway there, underneath the tracks, right near the station, is a big Chinese meat market. And you can find unbelievably cruel things in there. Like, you can just buy balut, you can buy like dog, you can buy cat, you can buy what else is really, really gross? I didn't see any rats. What else was weird? I mean, a lot of things were weird. A lot of reptiles. I didn't even know you could eat reptiles. Like, I didn't know that you could... I didn't know that reptiles were edible. You know, I thought that reptiles were essentially... I didn't think reptiles were edible until I went to Japan. Have you ever been to the S Forest in Japan? To be honest with you, and this might be new for you. For a long time, I was dealing with those thoughts. After I got sober, I was dealing with those thoughts for a really long time. And the last time I was in Japan, I was actually planning on making a trip there, and I didn't know if I was going to come back. I decided ultimately not to. My girlfriend convinced me not to at the time. I will be going for other reasons, for better reasons, for good reasons. I will be going there during my travels, but no, I've never been there before. Iguana is real good in certain things. Snakes. I've eaten snake in Japan. But yeah, for sure, I can show you all the weird things I eat. One thing that I need to do is I need to be like an Instagram girl in 2008, taking photos of every food plate that they eat. Because that shit's interesting to people that aren't in Japan. So yeah, I'll be posting a lot of that. But I've eaten some weird stuff in Japan. I've eaten some weird things in Japan. Like, I ate dolphin in Japan. I ate snake in Japan. I ate bear in Japan. To be honest with you, I'm surprised that we don't eat bear in Canada because we have a lot of bears. You know, we have a lot of bears. I'm surprised that we don't eat bears. We eat moose and we eat elk and we eat all that stuff. But we don't eat bears. But bears, terrible. I also had whale in Japan. I also had whale in Japan, and it freaked me out because whale meat is black. That sounded racist. It freaked me out, guys. It was black. No. Yeah, whale meat is black. So when it came to me on my plate, I thought it was like burnt to a crisp. Nope. That's just what it looks like. Ever had a camel's hump? Ew, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have standards, you know. Camels are trash mammals. Everybody knows that. No, the weirdest thing that I ate in Japan, was me and my girlfriend at the time. She was Japanese, right? So I didn't really know the local restaurants, like what was good. So I would pick a restaurant when we had our date nights and stuff like that. Um, when we had our date nights, I would pick a restaurant, and then the next time she would pick a restaurant, and then I would pick a restaurant. That's how it would just go. And one time she brought me to this restaurant, and I had no idea what I was going to be eating, like at all, because everything was in a different language, right? And we basically got these. It was a bowl of rice, right? And it was like seasoned rice, and they took an octopus right out of the tank that was like right at the counter, right? They take an octopus out, they chop the head off of the octopus, so it's just like a stump and the tentacles, you know? And they immediately take it and they rinse it and they put it on top of the rice. They don't cook it or anything. It's completely raw. And then after, they put hot soy sauce on top of the thing, and then the salt in the soy sauce makes all of the muscles start like convulsing. Um, and then you're supposed to take it and put the entire thing in your mouth. So fucking gross. And then while it's wriggling around and stuff, you're supposed to be chewing on it, and then you swallow it. And when I was with my girlfriend, I really cared about her, right? I really cared about her, and I didn't want to be rude, and I didn't want to like insult her culture because food is like a big fucking deal in Japanese culture. So I ate this thing with a smile on my face, and I swear to God, I thought I was eating a Star Wars creature. I thought I was eating a Star Wars creature. Something that would be found in like the trash compactor scene in the first Star Wars movie. It was revolting. You can find videos of it on YouTube. Hold on, let me see if I can find something. What would I even call it? Maybe dancing octopus dish? Dancing octopus dish. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh my God. Okay, look at this. Okay, actually, hold on one sec. Did it taste good? It didn't fucking really taste. No, it didn't taste good. It tasted like the ocean. It tasted like the ocean. It did not taste good at all. It still had its beak attached to it. Did you guys know that octopuses have beaks? I didn't before this happened. Oh, hold on. Here, let me switch. Let me switch scenes here. This might be loud. Okay. I can't look at it anymore. There's Chance again. There's Chance again. That's funny. That's funny. All right. There you go. Yeah, so that was the weirdest thing that I've ever eaten. That was the weirdest thing I ever eaten. By far. Oh god, no! Oh. Oh lord, this level's terrible. Okay. Damn, your girl didn't warn you? No, she didn't warn me because it's normal to her. It's normal to her. Right? It was just a normal dinner date. You know? Like I gave her a can of root beer and she nearly threw up from it because in Japan, the root that they used for root beer, they use that root in medication. So root beer tastes like Japanese, like cough medicine. So when I gave her, we went to A&W and we got a root beer float, and she thought it was the grossest thing that she's ever drank in her life. A root beer float. How could you possibly say that about a root beer float, right? But, you know, it's normal to us. It was normal to her. It was normal to her. And I didn't complain. I didn't like, because I wanted to impress her, right? I wanted to impress her. You've got this foreigner coming over. We're dating. I'm living with you. And then you bring me to a restaurant, and because you got to remember, respect and like honor is such a big fucking thing in Japan. So like, if anybody at the restaurant sees you like even mildly like dislike your food, they'll probably go tell the chef that you don't like the food, and then it'll like break the chef's heart. You know, everything is so fucking tense in Japan. I love it, but it's rough for them. It's rough for them. So do it with a smile. But that was unbelievably hard to eat. The octopus that we ate was much smaller than the one that was in that video, though. That video, that was a big fucking octopus. Another thing they do in Japan that I think is kind of cool, it looks, aesthetically, it looks beautiful, but I don't know if I would like it. I'm gonna try it, the next time I'm in Kyoto. I am gonna try it, mainly because it would look amazing for a thumbnail. But they have these tiny octopi, and they're only around like this big. They're really small octopuses. Octopi. I don't know. They're really small, and what they do is they hollow out the head, and they put a quail egg in the head, and then they grill them, and then they just put them on a stick, and they look really fucking good. And I think I'm gonna try one of those next time I'm there. I just don't know how I feel about a quail egg. I'm not really an egg guy. If I'm having an egg, I'm definitely not having like a hard-boiled egg. Grosses me out. Like the texture of a yolk. Oh god, I hate it. It's like florist foam. Putang Pie, then you get thrown by the sumos. I saw a total of one sumo wrestler when I was in Japan. I was there for close to a year, and I saw one sumo wrestler. It was in Osaka, and he was at a noodle restaurant. He was at a noodle restaurant. Very big man. I really want to go to the sumo matches this. Oh fuck! I really want to go and make a video at the sumo tournament this year, because they have a tournament every year, and it runs. I think it runs from like May until September, and they do it every other month. Is when they're competing. I really want to go, but it's unbelievably hard to get tickets because you can't just go on Ticketmaster and buy tickets to the sumo hall, you know? Because there's so many people in Japan, especially you see it a lot in Tokyo. I mean, it's the most densely populated, maybe not densely populated, but it's the highest population for a city in the world, right? There's a lot of people there. So everything that is like that people would want is basically done on a lottery. You know, you have to sign up for the lottery, and if you get lucky enough to get picked, then you get the opportunity to purchase an item. Whereas here, if you have the money to purchase an item, you go and purchase the item. You know what I mean? But basically anything that's in demand is done on a lottery. Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. So it would be very hard for me to get tickets other than getting tickets from like a scalper, and it would be unbelievably expensive. It would be unbelievably expensive. All right. Kyle. I also want to see if I can go to like some wrestling events while I'm down there. I would love to go see some New Japan shows. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, no, the kids are... Oh, let me... I hear someone at the door. Somebody else got it. Okay. I am looking forward to going to Thailand for obvious reasons, if you know what I mean. The food, of course. No, I'm looking forward to Thailand. I think that'll be really cool. It'll be cool to see an Asian country that isn't ultra developed. You know what, though? I've been to the slums in Osaka before. I stayed in the slums for like 2 weeks. And, it's spooky there, too. You're on Battlefront? Awesome. Let me quickly, bring up your stream. And I'll keep it on. I'll keep it on, but I'll put it on silent. There we go. Where are you? There you are. Oh, jeez. There we go. Here we go. All right. Okay. Oh, oh. Oh Lord, here's speed boost. Yeah, there's gonna be cool stuff. That's a good challenge. I like the food. I like the food. I'll put out posts over the next little while, asking to submit challenges, and I'll make sure to write them down and keep them in a book with your guys' usernames so I can give you shout outs and stuff. I really hope that you like this stuff that I make. I really hope that you like this stuff that I make. I'm working really hard right now in order to be able to do it. I really hope you enjoy it. I really hope you enjoy it. Oh, this level's stressful. Good thing that you can't fall off the edge here. That'd be a nightmare. There we go. I'm hearing Battlefront. Oh, I love this level. Do you guys, by any chance, have any levels that stick out to you like so much? Like when you think of fictional places like in video games, it immediately comes up. I don't know how to explain it properly. There's this one level in... Here's a better way of explaining what I'm talking about. Have you guys ever seen something in a video game, like a buildings just like this, let's say, and then ever tried to find it in real life? Like something that resembles that in real life. There must be some, because the world is a big place. You know what I mean? The world is a big place. So if there's this cool factory or something, it probably exists somewhere. Maybe not exactly, but probably exists somewhere. Those honeycomb things on the side of the road probably exist somewhere. You know what I mean? Like these buildings that look all weird definitely probably exist somewhere. There's this level in Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the N64, and it's so fucking familiar to me. It's so weird, and I'm always looking for a place that resembles it. And I think the closest I can find is Miami that resembles it. But in Rogue Squadron, like the third or fourth level, it's a nighttime level, and you are flying a snowspeeder, and you have to protect a city. And during this time, the city is like on the shore of the ocean, and you have to like fend off boats that are dropping off stormtroopers, and that just that level has always stuck out to me so much as like, this place must exist somewhere. Like, obviously not exactly the same. It's a Star Wars level, for God's sake. But the idea of like having a city that isn't surrounded by anything, like it's not surrounded by small towns or anything like that. It's just a city, that's it. And it's also right by the ocean, you know? And the only places I can think of that would be maybe like that are is in Florida and is maybe in New Jersey. But I don't know. I don't know what New Jersey looks like, and I don't really know what Florida looks like. I've only been to Florida once in my life, and I was young. I was like 11 years old. So I don't know. I do want to go to Florida. How far away is Florida? I don't know if you heard my question the other earlier flip side, how far away is Universal from you? Okay. You're in Battlefront. Good stuff. Alright, I did it. I've beaten Extreme G on the hardest difficulty. Can you take a wild guess on what game is next? Your prize is... What's my prize? Try entering. I like how the game for prizes just gives you, now try using a regular bike. Yeah, okay. I'm going to use the best bike if I'm playing a one-off. This is the Japanese version. What's the third one I had? I was like, sure. What's that? Dang it! Where is it? No, there it is. There it is. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Chat died off, yeah. Yeah, well, it's late. It's almost 1 in the morning. Is it almost 1 in the morning? Oh, no. It is almost 1 in the morning. I have work tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get going. I didn't realize how late it was already. I thought it was like 11:30. I didn't realize that it was close to 1. I'm still gonna set up my PS4 and download that so I can play that tomorrow. Guys, I beat the game. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching my stream. It really means a lot to me. It's 11 p.m. your time. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. my time. Almost. 12:47. Guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Guys, check out my Cyrax videos. I think that you might like them. I uploaded a new one right before I started the stream. Check it out. I think you'll have a laugh. He's up to some pretty stupid things today. Have a really nice day, guys. I hope to see you soon. Members only streams will start this Monday, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.